Hello and welcome once again to a fresh edition of Soccer Talk with Mumini Alao. My name is Tunde Koiki, your regular anchor, and with me, as always, is the man himself, Mumini Alao. Thank you so much for joining us.
Thank you, Tunde.
Well, the FIFA Confederations Cup is currently going on, and there's plenty of contentious decisions regarding the use of the video-assisted refereeing. There have been some issues in the second game that was between Portugal and Mexico, and another contentious decision in the game between Cameroon and Chile. So far, so good. What have you made of this video assistant refereeing? A lot of people do not like it. They feel it takes away the spontaneity of having scored a goal and celebrating. Now people have to wait in what seems interminably for the referees to decide whether it's a goal or not, whether it was an offside or not, whether it was an infringement or not, whether it was a penalty or not. It seems to take a little something away from the game.
Today, I think the only constant thing in life is change. And we know from experience that people, we are reluctant to change. We take time to adjust to situations. So when something new is coming up, we are very reluctant to accept it. Okay, I will say that will be my reading of the situation in terms of the immediate
reception of
okay. But if you look at some of these changes that FIFA is trying to because they are trying them out to see which ones they are going to retain ultimately. If you take time to look at them, particularly the issue of the video referee, for me this is something that I support wholeheartedly.
Oh, really?
Exactly. Okay. You see, because there's so much now at stake in global football, so much money, so much passion. Okay, look at what
even lives.
Exactly.
We know people who've died in the course of
as a result of
maybe depression or celebration. Yeah,
just because one referee made a very serious mistake. Remember what happened to Nigeria in the year 2000 when we hosted the Nations Cup with Ghana.
Yes.
We got to the final. We had 80,000 people crammed into the national stadium, and Nigeria lost that final because Victor Ikpeba's kick, which crossed the line, was not spotted by the referee.
Well, it depends. If you're Cameroon,
that was what cost us, that trophy. So for me, there was so much at stake. I had to write a petition to FIFA.
You did?
I did. I wrote a petition to FIFA that, look, we have technology now to assist us to solve this kind of problems. Okay? Because with technology on that day, that goal will have been recorded for Nigeria, and probably we might have gone on to win the Nations Cup.
Really?
The reply I got from FIFA was...
They actually replied?
Oh, of course.
Wow.
They are very organized. They have a very strong communication department. I got a reply. I still have it in my records. I have the copy of my petition, and I have a copy of their reply. And their explanation was, we have to leave the game the way it is, so that it's a natural game and all of that. I said, look, with all this technology available, and we already see it in action in tennis, and in so many other sports, in basketball. So I am for video technology. Okay, maybe not as far as some people might think that FIFA wants to go. Maybe they don't need to go too far. But for crucial moments like whether a goal has the ball has crossed the line or not, I think we can stop the game for a few seconds to decide that. And maybe also we might limit it to say, okay, for each half, each team has one opportunity to contest the referee's decision.
Actually what I was going to ask. Maybe we should take the power or give the power to contest decision to the team. Yeah. You get one call per half. You decide to use it in whatever way.
That's just fine.
But you still want it to stay.
I want it to stay. That's what we have in tennis at the moment.
Yes.
Okay, you can contest the umpire's decision maybe twice or thrice as the case might be. And once you exhaust that, it's all over. So I think for me that would be acceptable if you can have it in football as well.
Because as it currently stands, they're using it for everything from offsides to fouls to whether the ball went out to a corner or not.
Personally, I wouldn't think we should go that far. It should be for the most decisive moment in the game. And what is the most decisive moment in a football game? Is when a goal is scored. Was it scored or not?
Was the player who scored the goal offside when he received the ball or not?
So don't let us go into the offside issue. You see,
because goals are scored from offside.
Me personally, offside should be scrapped completely from football.
Really?
Yeah, I know FIFA is not considering that, but maybe we can talk about this some other day. We need to see more goals in football, because for me, offsides just reduces the number of goals because people can keep other people offside. Let us have an open game, so that from the middle of the pitch you can run at goal and go and score like South Africa did against Nigeria.
If we did that, People like Filippo Inzaghi would be legends by now. They would probably have scored over 1,000 goals.
So let us have 1,000 goals. I mean, football is about goals.
But don't you think that would water down the quality of football? So when we are scoring cricket score lines in a game, yes, I know everybody wants to see a goal.
It will make it more fun. You remember when the United States were trying to bring football back?
Yes.
They wanted to make sure that every game was won. No drawn games.
Yes.
If you end up in a draw, you go straight to penalty shootout.
They even wanted to increase the size of the goalposts.
Exactly.
Make more goals.
For me, we need to see more goals. Football is about goals, so let's see more goals.
What would probably happen if we remove the offside rule? I'm just saying that is that some players will leave perennially, perpetually in the opposition box. In the opposition box.
Their boss, you mean?
No, like the strikers would live in the opposition box.
Exactly. That's where their strikers, their goals, they should live there.
He'll be standing there with the goalkeeper.
Absolutely. We see more goals. We have more drama. We'll be able to use the
entire length of the pitch.
Rather than moving up and up. No. But as I told you today, don't let us go into. Let's just face what you brought me to talk about.
Maybe you should consider joining the board of IFAB. Of course, IFAB, the body that controls.
That is another body that I will scrap completely.
Yes, because they come up with all these laws, all these decisions regarding how football should be played and not. And an interesting thing that they are coming up with. Okay, you were going to say something about IFAB?
Yeah, you see, because the only claim the members of IFAB have to being members is because they are supposed to be the founders of the game. Okay, England, Scotland, and the rest of them.
Which a lot of people still contest.
Football has come so far, and it has left some of these countries so far behind that they shouldn't be the one dictating to the rest of the world anymore. That's my personal opinion.
That's England, Scotland, Northern Ireland, and Wales.
Absolutely. When last did Wales qualify for the World Cup, for God's sake?
I can't remember.
Okay, and yet they are the ones sitting on, and taking
the board
some of
these
decisions. I think they should be thrown open, or the body should be scrapped.
Interestingly, IFAB are coming up with a lot of new proposals now.
Okay,
one of them is that they want to limit football from 90-minute games to 60-minute games. That's a game of 30 minutes per half. According to them, they said they carried out a study which shows that only about 30 minutes or so of effective football is being played per half. So there's no need for the remaining 15 minutes. Why not just make it a 60-minute game?
What will happen is when you reduce it to 30 minutes per half, you're going to get maybe 15 minutes of effective football within the 30 minutes.
There's no guarantee because what they're saying is the clock will be stopped for everything. If the ball goes out for a throw-in, it will be stopped. If the free kick is about to be taken, it will be stopped.
And then,
if the players are being substituted, it will be stopped.
You now have a fresh argument about Fergie time. Whether the referee added enough time or he didn't had enough time. I think working within the 90 minutes at the moment is good enough for me. Rather, they should introduce more rules to ensure that players cannot, use
gamesmanship and stuff like that.
To run down the clock and waste time and stuff like that. I think they can introduce more penalties, more sanctions.
Well, what they're saying is that, for example, they're saying things like if a player is substituted, instead of coming to the halfway line to be substituted, go out through the nearest part of the pitch which you are in.
I don't have any problem with all of that.
Okay.
But I think cutting the game down effectively from 90 to 60 minutes will be taking it too far. That's my personal opinion. I think 90 minutes is just fine. Okay, let's continue to have all the drama that we see within the 90 minutes. Of course, when there are injuries and substitutions, provisions are made at the end of the game for all of this. I think that's fine enough. You see, while I'm saying changes are welcome, because change is the only permanent thing in life, we shouldn't have too many changes happening too soon.
Exactly. That's what I'm thinking.
So whereas I'm supporting the issue of introducing technology in terms of using the third referee, okay, I think they should leave the duration of the game the way it is.
But if you were to, if I give you the opportunity to look at any other change that you feel can improve football, what rule would you like to see?
Well, I think I already spoke about technology.
Yes.
Okay. I would like to see that. And I don't know why FIFA decided to scrap again the golden goal rule. Because I thought that was a lovely, lovely idea. I mean, and it only became effective in extra time. Not in
regulation time. Yes.
Okay. So, and that helped with time management. Okay, because at that point, winner takes all, and it introduced a lot of suspense and drama to the game. So I don't, to be honest.
I'm sure you're not happy about it because Nigeria benefited from it at the Olympic Games.
No.
Because it can be a very cruel way to lose a game. You've played it so well. You're looking forward to the lottery of penalties, only for it to be soccer punch. Which one is more cruel? Is it the penalty shootout?
or the golden goal.
It's like asking the difference between a knife and an axe.
Absolutely. So the game has to end one way or the other. You have a whole 90 minutes to win the game. So if you don't win it in 90 minutes, if something happens to you in extra time golden goal, you take it like that. Your fault.
If you ask me, I think one of the rules that FIFA should scrap is that of not allowing players to take off their jerseys and celebrate. I mean, for me, it's just exhibiting passion and having scored a fantastic goal. But I'm sure you also have different opinions.
No, I don't have a different. I'm sure Ronaldo will love your position.
Of course.
Because if Ronaldo scores a seventh goal in the 90th minute, when their team is already winning by 6 goals, and he scores the 7th goal, he will see more to move his shirt for the camera.
So you can see that nicely
so you are from the Ronaldo school of celebration. No problem.
Well, thank you so much, Mumini Alao, for joining us as always.
My pleasure. Thank you very much.
And thank you for watching this episode of SoccerTalk with Mumini Alao. We'll see you again next time. Bye-bye.